time. A little bunny by the name of Max once lived in a small, cozy bedroom with a soft, warm bed. Max adored the soft lighting and calming shadows in his bedroom. Before going to bed each night, Max would say goodnight to everything in his room. Max's mother put him to bed one evening as the sun began to set and the sky turned a deep blue. "Good night, my little bunny," she said, giving him a kiss on the forehead. "Best wishes." While looking around his room, Max curled up under his blanket. "Good night, room," he softly whispered. Numerous unique items lined the walls of Max's bedroom. He began to wish them all good night. He said, "Good night, moon," pointing to the large, bright moon that was shining in the sky from the window. He continued, "Good night, stars," as he observed the moon's surrounding twinkling lights. Max looked over at his toys. He said to his favorite stuffed animal on the shelf, "Good night, teddy bear," he whispered to the train, which was sitting on the floor, ready for another day of play, "Good night, toy train." He noticed the books on the table by his bed. He said, thinking about the adventures they contained in their pages, "Good night, storybooks." From the soft rug on the floor, to the cozy chair in the corner, Max kept saying good night to everything in his room. He said, imagining the rocking chair gently swaying, "Good night, rocking chair." Max then observed his small goldfish swimming in its dish. With a smile, he said, "Good night, fishy." Even to the things outside his window, Max said good night. He whispered to the tall trees that were swaying in the gentle breeze, "Good night, trees." He said to the sleeping birds perched on the branches, "Good night, birds." Max finally turned his head to the ceiling. He said to the glow-in-the-dark stars on his ceiling, which his parents had put there to keep him company at night, "Good night, stars on my ceiling." Max felt safe and warm as everyone in his room and outside his window wished him a good night. He closed his eyes and got ready to fall asleep. He heard a soft voice just then. The moon seemed to say, "Good night, Max," whispering, "Little bunny, have sweet dreams." Knowing that the sun, moon, and stars were watching over him, Max smiled. He exhaled deeply, cradled himself even tighter in his blanket, and fell asleep to the soft glow of the moonlight. Max dreamed of the enchanting world in his room as he slept. He wanted to explore the stories in his books, play with his teddy bear and toy train, and fly among the stars in his dreams. Max knew that every night he could say goodnight to his room and feel the same warmth and comfort. It was a wonderful, tranquil night.